So I guess this would be the cold open, right? We just start. Incoming message. Hey, guess what? I've got a job that you're gonna love. Nice and easy. This is strictly a salvage mission. No crazy stuff, I promise. One of those old pre-faster-than-light generation ships from the 2000s, the Mungungwa, however the hell you pronounce that, just popped up on my radar. Its disappearance was apparently some big unsolved mystery. Never made it to its destination, I guess. It's just drifting lifelessly in orbit of Antares B. I'll send you the exact coordinates. It's pretty hard to get a visual on. Probably why nobody's found it before. The sponsor for this one is a historical society from the outer colonies. Here's what the objective card says. Download any log files you can, especially any that can explain what happened to the ship. If possible, speak to the security AI mute for assistance. It's a good, easy gig, and I want you to take this one. It should be asocial enough even for you. I don't want to hear any complaints. Dispatch control out. Welcome to Analogue, a hate story. I've liked this game for a while. Wanted to do a let's play. I'm pretty sure anyone who's going to be spoiled by this game or doesn't want spoilers, I mean, it's been out for a while. I don't know what to say. This bad intro is bad. Let's go. Connection established. Okay. Notice, this system is property of the Unified Korea Space Probe Agency, accessed by individuals not affiliated with the UKSPA or successor organization is a felony under UKSPA Act 2381. Last login, user Kim Hyun A, 22143 days ago. Error, AI personality currently disabled, reverting to command line. Available commands, download, disable AI, enable AI, help, SU, quit. Well, I want to download. Error, admin access required. Please use SU first. Well, I'm gonna have to use the SU command. Error, admin access temporarily disabled. Please speak with AI to restore. Well, I'm gonna have to talk with the AI. Maybe the help files will work. Help command. Okay, well how does the AI command work? Help, enable AI. Usage. The enable AI command, when given the argument personality, used to select a new AI personality. Any active personality must be disabled first. Currently available personalities. Hyune. What? Hyune? There's a personality named Hyune? Why? The last login user was Kim Hyune. 221,432 days ago. It's a coincidence, right? Enable AI Hyun. Well, yeah. Maybe you need the asterisk? Yeah. Hyun A. Success. Personality Hyun A is now activated. You may close this terminal with quit. Okay, using the quit command. Hello? Oh my word. An external connection? Is someone out there? It's been so many years since I've spoken to anyone. Oh jeez, I'm being discourteous. My apologies. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Yune. The star is, of course, silent. It just represents that I'm an AI. I control all the log-keeping systems on the Mungungwa, or at least what's left of them. Please, just excuse me for 1 second. I'll give you a terminal so you can respond. There you are. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh dear. Sorry, can you try that again? Ah, jeez. My apologies. I don't know why, but what you typed just looked like garbage to me. That's bad. I think there may be a problem with my language parsing systems. Sorry, somehow your input is getting mangled between the terminal and me. I'm so terribly sorry. Let me just try something. Can you understand this? Alright. Can you just click again to understand that you understand what I'm saying? Very well, we have that at least. I'm afraid if we can't get the text input fixed, that'll have to suffice. I'm terribly sorry. It must be difficult being unable to say anything. This might be difficult then. Well, nevertheless, as the archive system AI, I'll do my best to try to help you navigate these records anyway. Unfortunately, it might be a little difficult since, well, without language parsing, you won't be able to do text searches either. Don't worry though, it's my duty to provide assistance with archive functions. I'll do my best. Right, let me see. I'll try to provide you with a sampling of logs to start you out with, and you can just show me things that you want more information on. I hope that'll be acceptable to you. That's all I can do. Well, that's all, I suppose. Pardon me, let me just build you an interface to work with, so you don't have to struggle with the terminal. Very well, it's all set. And, I suppose this is a little bit awkward, but, can I just say one more thing before you get to work? Sure. I'm just very happy to be working with you. I've had nobody to talk to for such a long time. It got so lonely. Having someone to talk to is just really, really amazing. I thought maybe I'd never would again. Sorry about the communication barrier. But even still. Ah, jeez. I'm babbling. I won't hold you up any longer. Here's your interface. I hope it's good enough. Okay. It looks like we can speak with the AI. Hyune. If you look into your interface, once you open a document, you can click on that little button of me to show whatever it is. So, which subject do you wish to know more about? Let's see here. Log documents. Okay. I don't think the search ID is going to work. So, we've got data blocks. Well, there's some helpful notes. Notes on pronunciation. Oh, cool. Some very simplified rules to help you pronounce Korean names. Most consonants are pronounced as in English, except for the following when they're at the beginning of words. Family names are written in their traditional English spellings. So, car, may, that's pets. EO is like cuts, so that'd be that's core is an O. I would be eat. Okay. J or ch at the start, D or t at the start, G or k at the start, B or p at the start. E is like book, so hyun, no, hi, hun, hune. I'm so bad at this. I've got a message. Oh, hello? Actually, I was just testing that your indicator icon worked to see if I could get your attention. I just thought, it'd be a good way of letting you know when I have something to say. I mean, like, if it's super important, I can always just interrupt you, but, I don't want to distract you if I can help it. I mean, that'd suck, right? What kind of computer program forces herself on you right in the middle of what you're trying to work on? So, I'll try not to do that. Anyway, that's all I guess it worked. Carry on, and I'll set the indicator again if I want to tell you something. Well, I think I'm just gonna have to mess up the pronunciations. Okay, a cliché to remember. Namjoon Yobi. Men are honored, women are abased? If you can only remember one thing, remember this phrase. Kim family tree. Well, let's see here. We have... Well, why is this erased? This would be the mother, right? Heoming, Yuming... And that's erased too. But what's the pale bride? Huh. Okay. Got some logs here. Official genealogies don't list women normally. Wives are noted by their family names and daughters are omitted entirely. These are the relevant parts of what I was able to piece together from records. As far as the official genealogy is concerned, Yong Seok is the heir of Jung-soo and was adopted in 317. Names in red are women. A dash means the name is forever unknown. Okay, so it was deleted permanently. Well, okay, we've got data blocks to go through if we're going to salvage all of this. A Pack of Idiots. This is an entry by Smith Kyung Sam. Year 315. That's 9, so that would be September 18th. When our family falls into decline, I just want it to be perfectly clear why. It's because of Daehyun's sons are the biggest collection of idiots on the entire ship. Father says these sorts of words shouldn't be written down, calling them unfilial, but I'm skeptical. I intend no disrespect to my noble ancestors, but my dead uncle is no ancestor of mine, and his family deserves no respect. This has been in motion for years now. It was an inevitability, even, that any sons of Daehyun would turn out the way they did. But up until now, to anyone outside of the family, it's been well hidden. Only now is it starting to fall apart in a way that no amount of good politics can disguise. The turning point was this year. At the time I write this, I'm returning from Sang-Joon's funeral. In that family there were 3 brothers, Sang-Joon, the drunk, Sang-Kyu, the dim-witted brute, and Sang-Min, who despite being the eldest, seems to have more interest in cavorting with courtesans than creating an heir. Noticeably absent from the mourning process was Sang-Kyu. What he was doing I don't know. Knowing him, I can only guess. The affair was made even more laughable by Sang-Min and his widowed mother's insistence that Sang-Jung had died of natural causes. Apparently they had even found a doctor willing to put such nonsense on the official record. An unmarried noble managing to drink his way into the grave at only 30 years of age would be embarrassing enough. To brazenly try to hide the obvious, however, that will mark the beginning of the Smith family's fall. Block 6. Dear Smith, what, mute? This is the security AI, isn't it? Huh, so the AIs have log files. I wonder if we'll get to talk to Mute later. Maybe she can piece some of this together. Smith Kyung Sam. I don't know why you insist on putting this all in writing, when we could just have a perfectly good conversation. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to do it, whatever you want, you're the man. I just think it's a little weird. I don't really get it. Anyway, as to your question, you're spot on about the pale bride being the focus of attention in the royal family. Not for the reasons you wanted, though. I don't know where you heard those rumors, but they are so not true. That girl, a troublemaker? No way, I don't see it. Like, it's not even convincing as a rumor. That girl is the most polite, most obedient person I've ever seen in my entire life. The idea of her fighting with her husband is completely unimaginable. In over a month, I've never so much as heard her raise her voice in disagreement. She's quiet, courteous, and does everything she's told without even the slightest hesitation. I'm sorry, but there's just no way you could possibly exploit any drama here. This is as undramatic as a situation as it gets, especially not compared to what the situation with your cousin and that courtesan. Don't get me wrong. She bugs the hell out of me. The girl's just too perfect. She's young, she's beautiful, she's demure to the point where I don't even think she has a personality of her own, but she also gets along perfectly with the queen. Of course, she commands all the attention of the emperor. Like, can you blame him? I'm sorry, but there's no way he's ever going to be anything but extremely grateful to the Kim family for giving her over. Block 9, The New Heir. Entry by Kim Yong-seok. When he died this year, my father was an absolute nobody. I don't say this to disrespect his honor, it's the complete opposite. He knew it, and that was a far worse fate than he could have ever deserved. Far worse, sorry. It wasn't until I was maybe 16 that I even realized we were supposed to be from a noble family. Certainly we never had much of means. Father was a minor official in the interior decks, and spent his last days dealing with the minor peasant disputes. Of all things, peasant disputes. With the poverty we lived in, no wonder it never really sank in that we were of noble blood. Not until I met the main family for the first time. They were proud, despite the fact that I now realized that they too were suffering from our same lack of royal favor. But I could tell the difference. They hadn't given up. Their son was still alive at that time, and even though he was a child half my age, I couldn't believe his confidence. It put us to shame. Absolutely put us to shame. But their son died later that year, and my father died just a few months ago. I didn't know what we were going to do, but my mother managed to convince sister's husband to adopt me into the main Kim family. I don't think it took too much. So now I'm heir, just like that, Kim Jong-sun's adopted son. Not that I have the time or position to be proud, but having spoken sincerely with my new father, I think we're on the same page. I'm going to study furiously, and I'm going to become a scholar official. What I didn't tell him was my ambition. I won't settle for any peasant jobs. I'll be better than that. I'm not going to stop until I manage to fulfill my father's dream. High Magistrate. I won't settle. I will not settle. I think Jung Yung suspects me to disappoint him, but I damn well will not. If I'm heir to the Kim family, I'm not going to let him down. He wants prosperity, I'll give it to him. More importantly, I'm never going to let the other Kim's sons feel like his family. I'm never going to let any other Kim's son feel like his family doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Never again. I swear on my ancestors, never again. I think we have one last block. Block 10. Marital Admonitions, Part 7, by Ryu Jiahua. I'm so bad at this. To the woman who will marry my husband, but please do not think that all of this is meant to say you will be unloved. You may be a second wife, but you are still the daughter of a noble house, and that is a precious gift to the Ryu family. My husband has faith that you will bring him a son, and this means all the world to him. Nor am I jealous, for you will relieve a heavy burden on our house, and for that I am grateful. As proof of his affection to you, let me share with you one secret, which I have been permitted to tell only you. In honor of you, my husband, in his capacity as captain and emperor, has permanently changed his admin password to your birth name. Wait, what? There's an admin password here. And, wait, who's the second? If we knew the second, we need birth name. We need the birth name of this person, but they said that all the women's birth names were erased. This is going to be a trip. We're going to have to find this birth name in a bunch of erased records. My new sister, you will be brought into the Ryu family not as a mere lowly woman, but as a symbol of power in the inner chambers. You will not only represent the continuation of the Ryu bloodline by providing him a son, but your very name will represent the power of the captain's computer. Understand this, pale bride. Your duty may be great, but you will be loved. Well, there's a few blocks. What do we do now? If you look into your interface, once you open a document, you can click on that little button of me to show me whatever it is. So, which subject do you wish to know more about? Oh, whoa, sorry. You've heard that all already, right? I think I just repeated myself there. Sorry, I kind of tend to do that. That's the problem with computers. They tend to respond the same way to things. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help it. I won't mention it again, but, well, here, let me change something to try to make things less confusing for you. If the Speak to Me menu item or the Show Me Message button is grayed out, that means I have nothing new for you. Hopefully that'll help. Otherwise, it's just a weird quirk that you'll have to accept. Sorry. Well, I probably could have paid attention. Recent messages. The new heir, right? That's what we need to know. Show message. Well, I suppose I can give you more about Yong Seok. I don't know. I don't think you'll really find him very interesting, but here, you can see for yourself. The new heir, Kim Seok. Wait. Okay, this is the old message. Oh wow, that opened up a lot. Okay, let's go in order. The new happiness, Yong Seok's wife. Dearest mother, finally I believe Yong Seok has grown comfortable with me. All it took was some time for me to earn his trust. Learning how to read by watching over my husband's shoulder isn't how I envision spending my first year of marriage. I can't complain about anything that makes me spend so much time with him, though. We've talked and decided we won't try for a son right away. Right now he's just not ready for it. That aside, things are good. If this is what married life is like, I think I can be happy with this. We're getting along well, and I like him. Perhaps it's not what I was led to expect, but it's still good. Domestic bliss indeed. Last week, Youngsiok was reading over some papers for a dispute that the magistrate park was deciding on. You wouldn't understand the details, but it was essentially an argument between a farmer and his lord over a sum of money after a particularly poor harvest. Wait a minute. A farmer and his lord? Like vassals? This is a ship on the future. What happened to this ship? I think it will... Okay. I think I will tell the magistrate that the farmer is right. His claim is fair, he told me. Might I take a look, I asked. Bemused, he handed the papers to me. It took a good while of studying just to be sure. After all, I wouldn't want to contradict my husband if he was right. But Farmer's numbers didn't seem to add up. I pointed this out to him. He not only listened patiently, but had me explain. Then you believe the farmer is trying to cheat his lord? He asked. I did. That's what I will report then. The next day, he told me that the magistrate agreed. And ever since then, he has started to rely on my opinion when it comes to anything involving math. Good for him. To be totally honest with you, I don't really know what she's talking about here, at all. The math thing wasn't really considered very odd at the time. That's women's work, it's just natural. Maybe it's a little less weird than she's helping with external matters, but, well, it's not that weird. Oh, sorry. Maybe it's a little weird that she's helping with external matters, but, well, it's not that weird. The part about learning to read isn't that amazing either. It might have been officially frowned upon, but learning to read by looking over a brother or husband's shoulder was really common. She's making a big deal out of nothing. Well, I guess that's 15-year-old women for you. Wait, 15-year-old women? What even is this game? What is this AI? What happened to this ship? Vassals? Arranged marriages? A ship lost for hundreds of thousands of days without a faster-than-light drive, just careening through space, with no remaining passengers but a log of AI. What happened here? While it's true that I might be, as my wife suggests, alarmingly serious, it's hard to argue with enjoying a nice meal out if it means cultivating Magistrates Park's trust. Okay.